that always don't like coming. Okay, Rema, let's have a question.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, evening.
Happy weekend. So,
I wish you the
my
best.
so my question is about the live session that we had, the assignment they gave to us.
Okay.
So, my issue there basically is the image you dropped on the canvas there for us to use.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Most of the times, the way I normally apply images to my friends is when the image is in my internal storage, that is my system storage. So, but this
Mm.
particular one that just dropped, so I was confused. I don't know how to actually fit that image on the frame. So
I'm
that
not
is just
sure
the
I
question.
got. I'm not sure
Okay,
I got a question, but probably when we get into when we go back to that workbook, I can you can ask that question again.
all right.
Okay. Any other question, or we should proceed? Okay. So that means we should proceed then. So today is a very interesting class, and we're going to learn a couple of things. And let me go ahead and share my screen. Share my screen. Okay. So my screen is up now. Let's admit some people in. Okay, so today we want to take a look at product types and solutions. Was it okay? This is not what we did last week. Okay, this is the new topic. I was thinking there was another class I did something like this. I was thinking it's you guys. Um, so as we proceed, we begin to learn basically, we begin to get a clearer understanding on how what exactly product design is. Okay, so product design is a part that deals with product itself. Um, and today, we want to take a look at product types and some of the problems they face and their solutions. Because anytime you are designing a product, okay, anytime you are designing a product, it's not really about the design. Like Apple's CEO, former CEO says, design is not how it looks, but how it works. Okay, so anytime you are designing, you want to always make sure that there is something backing that your design. Every design you see, there is a decision backing that design. Okay, so it's important we understand these things now. So that's why I want to take a look at some of these products and then some of the problems you are likely to face and some and uh, how to effectively address them so that when you face similar challenges, you can actually address them. So the first thing we want to take a look at, there are different types of products, but these products we are mentioning, these are basically the kind of products you are likely going to work with. They are the most, the high ones that you are likely get to going to get a job in. So let me proceed. Okay, the first type of products we have, they are e-commerce and browsing products. So we have e-commerce and browsing products. We have social media and messaging. We have dashboards and data design. We have media. We have B2B and B2C products. So we're going to go in details now and explain them. Okay. Remember, I want to take a look at how do we align business goal or business objective with our design. Okay, so any design you're doing, if you do any design, the success of that design depends on you making sure you align the business goal with your design. You just can't do design. If it is just by doing design, then anyone can just open Figma and design. But at the end of the day, design is not just opening Figma and designing, right? There needs to be a goal. There needs to be a goal. Now, right there in the goal, inside that goal, you must be able to also define your business objective. So these are the things you really need to know because they are quite important. This is what differentiates you from another designer. Now let's take a look at the first one, which is the e-commerce and browsing. Now, e-commerce platforms, these are websites or applications that facilitate online transactions, allowing users to browse, search, and purchase products. Example is Amazon.com, Jumia.com, or any business at all where buying and selling takes place. That is an e-commerce business. Okay, so let's assume you are working for an e-commerce company or a business hires you as the product designer to help with their products, their e-commerce product. What are some of the things? Okay, let me, some people are here. Let me just accept some people. Let's go admit. Okay. Okay, so let's assume you are invited, you are employed to join a product team, and the product they are working on is an e-commerce product. Now, how do you make yourself very relevant in that department? First, you need to really understand the product and then understand the business goals. So for most e-commerce browsing products, some of the business goals might include increasing sales and revenue through online transaction, improving user engagement and retention, enhancing customer satisfaction and loyalty, expanding market reach and acquiring new customers, optimizing conversion rates, and reducing cart abandonment. Now, these are the things you are likely going to be expected to, solve, right? And I hope I'm not speaking to myself. I hope I'm speaking English and not speaking another language other than English. So just to be sure that we are on the same listing. Damilare. Okay, maybe it's network. Maybe it's network. Yeah. Damilare,
Yes, sir.
please explain number one. What do you understand by number one? This the number one business book. Read it out. Read it out, then explain.
Okay. Increase sales and revenue through online transactions.
Okay, what do
What
you understand?
this means is that in this digital age, some people may not have the time to probably go to physical stores to buy stuff, or maybe because they are busy or stuff like that. So some people prefer to just go online and then make order for whatever they want to get. So the online platforms give such people the opportunity to get products, and as a product designer, the products we should be designed in such a way that it will be more accessible to online customers, and in a way to be attractive, and make it easy for them to access and purchase whatever they want to get.
Okay. Let's hear from Aliu Nasifa. Aliu Nafis. This your name is a tongue twister. I'm sure nobody calls you your name and your surname at once. Aliu Nazifa. Aliu Nazifa. Aliu Nazifa. Okay, Aliu. Read out number two and explain. Aliu, are you here?
Yes, good evening, sir.
Yeah, evening. Okay, so let's hear from you. Read number two and explain.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
I can't see your screen actually.
Uh, it's probably network. I think some people can see my screen, some can't see my screen. Okay, since you can't see my screen, Esther Ama. Esther Ama, are you here? Esther? Is Esther there? I'm not sure. Uh, Patience Beatrice. Are you here? Are you here with us? Patience Beatrice, are you there? Okay. I can't hear from Patience Beatrice. What about Damilare Adeleke? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So number two, read out number two and explain.
Number two, okay, improve user engagement and retention.
So what do you understand by that?
User engagement. Well, for that retention, I think from the first one, if customers enjoy their transactions online, they tend to remain, with the website and the company if they really enjoy the transaction that they do. But that user engagement, I don't think I really understand that.
Okay. Okay. So why I want us to do this, I want to make sure that when I'm explaining something, everyone is understanding it. Okay. So once you don't understand certain English, no be our language, right? So if there's anything, any word you don't understand, please make sure you raise up your hand and ask questions so that we can actually be on the same page. Okay. Now, like we said, when they said when a company says their business goal right now, maybe for that particular screen or for that particular design, they want to be able to improve user engagement and retention. You are correct on retention. That means they want to be able to keep people to keep coming back, right? Because it's not enough to gain someone to buy on your website or to use your product. For instance, if you download TikTok, you use TikTok for one day, that is user acquisition. For them to get you to download the app, that is user what acquisition. But if you are not coming back every day to use the app, it's a loss. So they find a way to make sure you keep coming back to the app. That is what retention. Now, user engagement is to engage you with the app for you to constantly be what interacting with the product, because it is when you interact with the product all the time that you are likely going to be what that you are likely going to be retained. If you are not engaging with the product on a daily basis, there's lower chances of you coming back to the app. So, as a product designer, these are some of the goals you are tasked with when it comes to e-commerce and browsing products. Like I said, one is what can you do? What are the features you could introduce in order to increase the sales and revenue, right? Also, what are the things you are going to do? How are you going to design the app in order to improve user engagement and retention? Now, if you take a look at TikTok, for instance, okay, we'll move to when we get to media, I will explain TikTok in details. Okay, but if you take a look at all these Jumia and the rest, you find out that they don't want people to forget them. That is why most of the time, if you go to the website, they are doing this under 5K sales, they are doing different types of things. Sometimes they offer you loyalty, this and that. Sometimes they create, in fact, Jumia even went as far as creating a product and partnered with influencers, whereby a lot of influencers go to Jumia, they create their own list, and then they promote these things to their audience, right? You are supposed to, when those kind of things come up, you are the one designing the entire experience for that particular product. Are you getting it? So you are going to design it so that when people come, they can easily onboard and then start making use of those features. And at the end of the day, this will now lead to what? Increased sales and revenue. Okay. You also have enhancing customer satisfaction and loyalty, expand market reach and acquire new customers. Also optimizing conversion rates and reduce cart abandonment. I don't know, have any of you here actually gone to an e-commerce website and then you added something to your cart, but you ended up not buying? Anybody like that? Raise up your hand. You added something to your cart, but you ended up not buying. Anyone? Anyone? Okay, Prince Will. Why didn't you complete your purchase?
No, actually, why I did mine was on AliExpress. So
Okay.
after getting the products on the chart, I was supposed to come back and I was asked to pay in dollars. So I had some little issues getting my account down. So I left it. The only thing they did, they just sent me a message to my email.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm
So
yet to get the product.
so it's payments that actually made you to not complete the purchase, right?
Yes,
Are you
yes,
getting? So now that
yes.
is an opportunity now. So these are some of the things that most product designers they look into, and they now say, you know what? Let's design a product that can actually help people to pay for things online seamlessly. You find out that since you really want to buy on AliExpress, if you should be scrolling through Instagram right now and you see a product that says pay in naira, get your goods delivered to you on AliExpress, wouldn't you jump on that product? You will immediately jump on that product
True.
because that product is solving a problem you are currently having. And that problem is the fact that you can't easily buy things with your naira card on AliExpress. So this is why we keep saying that when it comes to product design or UI UX, you are basically solving a problem that people have. Remember at the beginning of this class, we defined what problem is, we defined the markets, and we said if you are building a product, it must be solving a problem for a specific market. So are you getting it? So you need to really understand this and know exactly what product design is all about. Now, what are some of the issues most e-commerce businesses face that you as a product designer will be solving? Some of them include high cart abandonment rates. So as a product designer, you need to find out why are people not checking out. There could be a whole lot of problems, right? So you might be saying, you might be making an assumption at first. You might say maybe our price is not much, or maybe our price is too much, or maybe the marketing department, they are not targeting the right people. These are all assumptions, but you must find a way to make sure you back up your assumptions with data. Now, when you back up your assumptions with data, you make a more informed decision. Now, ma catch some of you. David Emerson, welcome. Good evening.
Good evening,
Mr.
sir.
David, what is data? What do I mean by data? When I said you need to be able to back up your design decisions with data, what do I mean?
Well, what I understand by data here is, I think from past design decisions that has worked should be your backup for your current design decisions presently.
I think Tinubu needs to hire you to handle communications at Asorok. I like you answered this question like a politician because I can't say whether it's wrong or right. You threw back my question. So I don't know. You use my question, answer my question. Okay, thank you. So I can't say what he said is right, and I can't also say it's wrong. So, but there's something I'm looking for. So basically, data is the information from the users. Okay. So when users are using your site, okay, the way they experience, they leave some data around, right? For instance, when you start experiencing a particular product, if you download a product, when you log in, not everyone uses a product the same way. Are we together? When you log in, the way you move from flow to flow, there are some people now, for most of you here now, there are some people that if I say, okay, let's go to Jumia now and buy iPhone 15 or iPhone 17. For some of you, you will go to Jumia, you will go to search and you type iPhone 17 and then you get it and select. For some of you, you go to Jumia, you first scroll up and down to see if there's a place where you can find it right there in front. If you didn't see it, you might now go to search. For some of you, you might just go to category, you go to mobile, you go to iPhone, and you go to search. Are you getting it? For some of you, you first go to Google and type iPhone 15 on Jumia. Then the link comes out, you click on it. For some of you, you will say never, I can never buy it. Even if I'm rich like Dangote, I can never buy it. So these are different experiences. You find out that people will come to people will come to those products from different links. Now, that place they are coming from is called touch points, right? They are called touch points. Some people will come to your product through an ad they see on Instagram. Some will come through someone's referral. Some will come directly. Those ones are direct traffic. Some will use their hand by their hand and type jumia.com and go to that place directly. So people have different touch points to use and access your product. By the time they come, the way they experience your product will be different. Now, we have softwares that can help you capture these experiences, which is what we are going to talk about shortly, right? So by the time you go through, they are going to leave you are going to have a lot of data on you, right? If you take a look at your WhatsApp collects so much data from you. Even sometimes it collects what you are saying, right? And that is why if you say you've missed Cold Stone ice cream, next time you're on Instagram, you are going to be seeing Cold Stone advert, Cold Stone advert, Cold Stone advert. Are you getting it? If your friend gets engaged and you are so sad and you are saying, what is even engagement that I cannot do? Next time you go to Instagram, you start seeing buy ring, buy wedding gown, buy cake. So anything you find out that they are gathering all these data from different points, both from websites you visit, right? If you visit any website and you click on any ads, trust me, within the next 7 days, that is the kind of ads you are going to be seeing. Except you said no, so I no one do. So there are people that used to say no, so I no do again. So it's important for you to understand this about products. So there are data you gather from your users. Now, if you use those data, if you look at those data, you might uncover insights as to why something is not happening. So in this case, if people are not buying, you look at the data of the people visiting and see exactly what they are doing on the website. Okay, by the time you see it, you are able to know, okay, this is the reason why they are. So maybe before, if you're saying it's because the product was expensive, you might discover that maybe there is no button, there is no easy way for them to really check out, or you designed it and think they will easily understand it, but unfortunately they did not understand it. I'm going to play this video. I saw this video and I think it's quite funny, so I just had to share it in a design group. So let me look for that video. Okay. Let me look for the video. I'm trying to look for it. So sometimes you as a designer, when you design something, that is probably not how the users will perceive it. So to make sure that you go from assumption to insight, right? You need to experience what your users are experiencing. The network is quite clear. I'm trying to load up the video. It's just not going to this video. This video is taking so much time to load. Where is it? Put child signer. Okay, I think I'm just going to leave this video for now. So let's continue here. It's not coming up. Okay, so what are some of the solutions? Also, lack of trust. You also have the problem of poor user engagement and conversion rates. You have the problem of inefficient navigation leading to difficulty in finding products. You also have problems of lack of trust in payment security. Okay, so if like a new company now is asking you to come and design their e-commerce website for them or e-commerce product, you knowing that one of the challenges they are likely to face is lack of trust in payment security. When you are now designing the payment page, there are some elements you could add just to increase users' trust. Maybe on the payment page, you can just find somewhere, and maybe if you are using Paystack for the processing, you can just find somewhere and add that Paystack logo. When customers see that, oh, my money is going to be processed on Paystack, not on this website, it is likely to increase their trust. Or right there on the payment page, you could just include something like a customer review, right? Now that review will give them more confidence. So do you see how you are able to provide solution to the problem of lack of trust in payment security? So these are the things that will inform your design decision. So you find out that when you're designing a payment page right now, you won't just go to Figma, get a frame, type card, name, card number, CVV, make payments. Instead, you think of ways to improve the experience of that page, knowing that one of the issues most people are likely to face is going to be the issue of lack of trust in payment security. So by the time you include some of those elements, example, adding that secure SSL certificate can improve customers' trust. Adding reviews can improve customers' trust. Adding the payment gateways badge, since they are more popular than your business, can also increase the payment trust. And ultimately, if the business can even provide pay on delivery, that will even increase trust more. By designing solutions that solve problems, you are more likely to be differentiated from the other designers that are just going to dribble or going to different places and copy design and slap in there and send in and say, this is my design for the interview. You making enough decision by making sure that what you're designing is actually what making sense. Okay. Let's take a look at the next type of business we have. We have different types of products. We have social media and messaging. Now, social media platform enable users to create and share content with others and engage in online conversation. Example is Facebook. Okay. Now, what are some of the business goals of most social media products? Their business goals include increase user engagement and interaction with the platform, grow the user base and attract new users, monetize the platform through advertising or subscription model, enhance user retention and foster community building, collect and leverage user data for targeted advertising and personalization. Okay, Damilare, let me get your question before I move.
Sorry, sir, I can't see your screen. I don't know, maybe it's from my side.
I think it's from your side. Who else can't see my screen? If you can't see my screen, just drop an emoji if you can't see my screen.
I can see it now.
Okay. Is that not a miracle? That's a miracle. Okay. So these are some of the business goals of a social media and messaging product. So you might be employed at a social media and messaging product. You should know some of these business goals. Now, these are just standard ones. They might also have their own business goals that might not be listed here. Are you getting it? So you need to really understand those business goals. For instance, let's take a look at some of the problems they are likely going to face. Some of the problems they're likely going to face is things like information overload leading to fatigue, which is actually why a lot of people left Facebook at some point. Information everywhere, and a lot of them fake. You are in Abuja. Now your grandmother from village, they call you, tell you, say stay in house. So say they hear, say they don't bomb Abuja finish. Say now only one house. And you'll be surprised where they got all this information from. Now Facebook and WhatsApp, right? So information overload and fatigue. On Instagram right now, most of the algorithm, they are almost the same right now. If you're on Instagram and you like 3 cat videos, before you know, your page will be filled with cats. Only cat, only cat. Right? So it can be tiring, and that is why a lot of people started leaving Facebook. A lot of people started leaving Instagram, and that was what TikTok discovered and solved it with their unique algorithm. An algorithm that if you use TikTok, you find out that no matter what it is you have interest in, TikTok will always give you a variety of those things. Are you getting it? It will give you a variety of them instead of just, unlike Instagram, whereby if you like cat, you'll be seeing cat. Just that instead of variety, you'll be seeing different types of cats. Except if you intentionally go and follow some people, maybe you follow Instablog and the rest of them, you also see them on your feed and some of your friends. But if you notice, since TikTok came in, Instagram have also been trying to improve their algorithm, because that's why till today TikTok still holds the highest user retention when it comes to what social media products. In fact, a lot of the time you see people go to TikTok, they said, you know what, let me just do 5 minutes TikTok. Now 12 a.m. you still see them, they laugh on TikTok. That is how addictive the algorithm is. That's why their product is awesome. So you also have the issue of difficulty in managing and organizing conversations. You have privacy concerns regarding data security and also maintaining user engagement amid competition. So how can you solve some of these things? For things like information overload, you can utilize algorithm to personalize content. So you as a product designer, you can come up with a solution around this. You must not be the one to program it, except you're a design engineer. So most product designers don't program it. Okay, they are the ones that come up with the ideas. You come up with the solution. You come up with the wireframe. You come up with the flow of how some of these things will work. Then the engineers now implement it. Are we together? So in terms of difficulty in managing and organizing conversation, you can implement features for organizing conversation. Example is with WhatsApp Business, they have this thing they call labels. So with labels, you can actually use it to mark someone that have ordered, someone that you have delivered to, someone that said, I'll get back to you. You know all those I'll get back to you. All those I will get. I know some of you here, you fall under that category of you go to businesses and tell them I will get back to you. Instead of to tell them, say, Madam, this thing costs, I know if you afford that. You tell them I will get back to you. Don't worry. On the last day, there is a separate there's a separate house for you people. Eh? I'll get back to you. Be giving them false hope. Eh? Some of you, even someone that is selling something that you know is not nice, you go and I'll get back to you. Next week latest, let me get like 3 pieces and they'll never see you again. So they have this tag now that you can use to actually label them. So these are ways you could actually improve what managing of and organizing of what conversation. So you can see that that tag, it is not a waste. They didn't just do that tag because they felt like they did it because it is solving a problem. Are we together? Then when it comes to privacy concerns regarding data security, you have to what prioritize data. If you look at what Apple is doing right now with the release of their latest phones, right? You find out that they designed a solution that makes it in such a way that once you download an app and the app wants to use your location, they will show you something. They'll say this app wants to use your location. Do you want to allow it to use your location? Now, that screen that comes up to ask you that question, you might just say, you just go to Figma, draw a rectangle now, auto frame and do it. Yes, everyone can do it, but it's not doing it at that point that is the main issue. That's not what makes you a product designer, right? Even a graphic designer can do that in a CorelDRAW. What makes you a product designer is your ability to look at data and then pick out insights from those data and then design something to solve a problem. Are you getting it? And also maintaining user engagement amidst competition. If you notice, TikTok implemented this awesomely. The way TikTok implemented this was so perfect, and that is what gave them an edge over Instagram. On Instagram, when you go live, Instagram will only inform your followers that you are live. And then now only you go there. Who won't join you? Are you a celebrity? You just be there doing, hey guys, one person go join. You be like, hi, welcome, how are you? Welcome to my life. The person will come out today. Only you go there because you know the celebrity. But what did TikTok do? Instead of TikTok to do what Instagram did, instead to make the live more interactive and also lead to more engagement, they did it in such a way that the more people you have tapping on the live, the more the algorithm will push that live to random users. And that is now where you get this idea of tap your screen, tap your screen. Hello guys, tap your screen, tap for me, tap I tap. Right? Because this is something that just a genuine idea they just inserted there. And when people started doing it, it increases user engagement. More people can now see your live. In fact, the people tapping, they even have more fun to be tapping, because by the time they are tapping, they see that more people are coming to the live and everyone is following each other and everyone is gaining followers. Everybody is happy. In fact, late last year, they even introduced a situation whereby the host can gift the people that are watching, or even someone that is watching can donate a gift, right? That can go around everyone right on that line, and everybody gets happy. These are features. These are some of the things they want you to come up with. These are some of the ideas you are expected to come up with when working in a company as a product designer. Your own is not to open Figma and be looking at Figma. Okay, so it goes beyond Figma. So let's take a look at the next one. And don't worry, it's not rocket science. Neither is it Babalawo. You will not smell your hand and find out all this. We'll take a look at how to find out all these things. Okay. We have dashboard and data design. This one, they are very huge. A lot of company will need what? Dashboard and data designs. Okay. So these dashboards are visual representation of data that provides users with insight and analytics to make informed decisions. If you've ever used any analytics tool, right, you know what I mean by dashboard. If you've ever used any analytics tool. Now, what are some of the business goals for most dashboard and analytics products? One is to provide actionable insight and analytics to inform decision making, improve operational efficiency and productivity, enhance data visualization for better understanding and interpretation, increase user adoption and satisfaction with the platform, and also enable users to track performance metrics and KPIs, which are basically key performance indicators. Now, what are the problems a lot of them face? One of the main problems most dashboard face will be cluttered interface with overwhelming data. There are some dashboards you look at, the data is just so much. Is there anyone here that does not understand what I mean by dashboard? Raise up your hand. Okay, so we're on the same, okay, great, awesome. So some of the problem you might see with most dashboard is cluttered interface with overwhelming data. For that one, you can create a design that is clean and intuitive. Okay, lack of clarity in data visualization. For this particular one, you can proceed towards utilize effective data visualization techniques to solve it. So maybe if you are using a bar graph and you notice that it's not really communicating well, you could go to a pie chart. Anything that will give the user insight by them just looking at the dashboard without having to spend so much time. You also have inability to identify key insights quickly, which is what I just mentioned. So for this, you can implement interactive features like drill down functionalities. Okay. Limited customization option for different user needs. And for here, you can also offer customization option for users. If you notice, a lot of apps now offer customization, although there are sometimes it doesn't help. Okay, and I think in iOS 18, iPhone is even bringing more customization to users on iOS, and very soon people's iPhone is going to look like Android. Now, what about media? So media platforms deliver content such as news, entertainment, and multimedia to audiences. Example is Netflix. Now, what are some of the issues these people are likely going to face? Okay, some of their business goals include delivering high quality content to attract and retain audiences, increase viewer engagements and time spent on the platform, monetize content through advertising, subscription, and pay-per-view. So all these things, I will likely share this file in the group. I usually don't like sharing file, but I'll likely share it. So what I want you to do, the essence of this class is, as you are designing, okay, as you are, anytime you want to design something, ask yourself, what goal are you trying to achieve? Okay, let's say you want to practice. Let's say you want to practice and you decide, you know what, I'm going to redesign Jumia. Now, at this stage, it's okay to replicate. There's something called replicating, and there's another one called redesigning. Know when you are replicating and know when you are designing. If you just go to Jumia, take a screenshot, and you redesign Jumia the way it is exactly, that, my friend, is called replication. It's not redesigning. Okay. Now, if you decide to redesign it, you must have a goal in mind first. If not, your design is just going to be anywhere where belly face. You need to have a goal. Maybe you might say, okay, you want to redesign it for reason. So your design must have a reason. Okay, your design must have a reason behind it. It's not just let me restart my presentation again. We have multiple screens here. Let me just stop this presentation And let me restart it again. Okay, someone wants to join the call. Let me restart it. Windows. Where is it? Okay. Okay, great. So you must find a way to be able to attach whatever you are designing to a goal. That way, when you are done designing, you can measure your design to know, okay, was this design successful or not? Are we together? So let's take a look at some of the problem most media products face and how you can actually solve some of this problem. So let's take a look at number one. Where is it? Okay. We have slow loading times affecting user experience. In this case, what you can do is to optimize the media files for faster what downloads. And I will show you by the time we are doing handoff, I'll show you websites that you can use to optimize your design. So by the time you finish a design and you are exporting your assets, sometimes the assets might be too large in size. And if you upload it directly like that, if the developer uses it directly like that, it might slow down the speed of the application. So you need to be able to optimize your files. Okay, you need to be able to optimize your file. Another one we have here is inconsistency in content presentation across devices. Okay, so you have to make sure you ensure responsive design for seamless content display. Copyright issues and privacy, you want to make sure you have a robust copyright protection measures when you are designing. Monetization challenges due to ad blocking and subscription fatigue. So you have to also explore alternative revenue stream, just like you see today. These guys, what's their name? Netflix is trying to find a way to make sure that they are getting extra money. In some parts of the world, Netflix have even introduced ads, okay, just to make sure they make more money. The next one we have here is B2B and B2C. So what exactly is B2B and B2C companies? So B2B simply means business to business, and B2C means business to consumers. So B2B products are goods or services sold from one business to another, while B2C are sold. Example is Salesforce. Example is Jira. Example is any software you know that is being used within an organization and is also sold to by an organization, business to business. But we have businesses that sell directly to consumers. Example, Jumia. Those ones are called B2C. Okay. So what exactly are some of their business goals? For B2B, it could be to streamline business processes and workflows, enhance collaboration and communication between businesses, and also provide scalable solutions to meet enterprise needs, improve efficiency and reduce operational costs, building long-term partnership and customer relation. Okay, I think I need to accept someone. Let's see. Okay, Aladimeji. Okay, so that's for B2B. Now, when you come to B2C, most B2C, they want to drive product sales and revenue generation, enhance brand visibility and recognition, personalize user experience to increase satisfaction and loyalty, expand market share and outperform competitors, build a strong brand reputation and customer trust. Now, why I'm giving you this business goals is so that, for instance, let's say you want to redesign a business. Maybe you saw a real estate company, right? You saw a real estate company and you look at that website, you find out that there is no way for them to easily generate lead from the home page. You can now say, okay, I'm redesigning this page with the goal to help them generate lead and boost sales. Now, in that your redesign, you can now add those features. Maybe you find out that in their hero section, it doesn't sell the company products in any way. So instead of just saying welcome to you, you see this in a lot of websites, right? Especially websites that were designed by website designers and not UI UX or product designers. Okay, maybe you go to a website, you just see welcome to Ama Luxury Real Estate. Then they write a little bit about them. Then you scroll, you read about them. How does that add to the business? Okay, if I come to your website and I'm saying welcome to this, and I'm just reading and going, how does it add to your business? But you can now redesign those page. You might even prioritize some products. Instead of just saying hi, welcome to so and so, you could design it in such a way that on the home screen you have a slide showing some of their latest projects, and then someone can click there towards book an inspection, or someone can click there towards find out more about the product and then book an inspection or make more inquiry. That way the business starts generating leads from that design. That is how you design to add value to a product. I don't know if we're together. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the problems and some of the ways you could increase. For B2B, they may lack user friendliness, struggle with scalability, different decision-making process, varied marketing strategies for targeting business versus consumers. And here you have the solution like balancing functionality with user experience in B2B, providing scalability and customization in B2B, tailor sales strategies to match decision-making, and also develop targeted marketing campaigns for each audience segment. Now, for this, like I said, I'll be sending this so you can read it. So here now, just like what I was saying, when you are designing something now, henceforth, you should know that you can't just say, I redesigned Jumia. For what? There must be a goal. Why are you redesigning it? Okay. You can't just say, I'm redesigning WhatsApp. What are you redesigning it for? You need to be able to attach your design to a business goal. Example, you might say website redesigned for improved user experience. You might also say you redesign this website to target new audience demography. Now, you might take a website, let's assume there's a website that is doing perfectly well, but the style is out of date and it looks old. You might now say that, okay, you want to redesign this website to attract a specific market demography, maybe a specific, maybe you might say you are redesigning, or you can just go ahead and say, okay, I'm redesigning Jumia for Gen Zs. Okay, and if you say I'm redesigning the Jumia homepage for Gen Z, that means you're going to design it in such a way that it gives Gen Z vibes. So you find out that your imagery is going to change. You know, the fonts is going to change. It's going to be more modern than what you have currently. So these are things you are supposed to actually know. Okay, and you can also, okay, I'm redesigning this to incorporate sustainable design practices. These are those different things you could add to make your design more worthwhile. So before we move to the second part of this, I don't know if you have any question, please go ahead and ask so that I'm sure we're on the same page. Any questions? Okay, so what I want you to understand in this class right now is for every design you are doing, there is a business goal behind it. Okay, for every design you are doing, there is a business goal behind it. And for you to properly design, you need to really understand the business goal for any design you want to do. So all this while the Spendy app that we've been designing, if you notice, there are things there that you don't even know why they are there. Okay, but you are just designing, which is fine, because right now we just want you to get used to designing with Figma. We want you to get used to Figma. Okay, and I'm sure a lot of us here now, we are now used to Figma. If I say, okay, draw a rectangle, you can draw. If I say draw a circle, you can draw. If I say make an auto frame, you can do that. That is awesome. That's the essence of the first month. But as we proceed now, you find out that you are going to begin to understand the reason why we do something the way it is. Okay, so you need to really understand that. Without further ado, we are going to go into the next section now. Now, next week, okay, next week is our holiday week. So if you're not here, I don't know who is the class captain or whatever. I don't know I've forgotten what they call you people. Please take notes. It should be posted on the group. Next week, you're having a 1 week holiday. Now, this holiday only applies to people. This holiday only applies to people that have completed their project. please, if you have not completed your project, use next week to complete your project. Okay, use next week to complete your project. It's very important because once we resume, we are entering into the user experience part, the business part, and also we are going to be designing an end-to-end product whereby we will do the research together and do everything together. Okay, and then we'll now create the design. So you can have an experience of what it takes to design a product from start to finish. Are we together? So next week we're going on a holiday, and so there will be no new task. But if you have an outstanding task, make sure you do it. However, Usman, I'm coming. However, you'll be given an assignment. There is a course you'll be expected to complete. Okay, you are expected to complete that course. So I want to go ahead now and launch it. But before that, Usman, what's your question? Usman? Usman, are you there? Okay, Damilare.
You made mention of projects.
Yes.
I don't know, maybe it was during last week session, which we are yet to see. Some of us are yet to see the video. I don't know the projects you are talking about, sir.
I mean, this project now, the Spendy app that you've been working on. The Spendy app that you've been working on. So if you are not done
Okay, you
with
mean
it,
to complete the task to the end, right?
Yes. So make sure you complete
Okay,
it.
okay.
It's very important. Make sure you complete it. Okay. Who is there? Who is asking question?
That's me.
Okay, go ahead.
Concerning the tax, how can we get it without maybe this is our first time attending the live stream broadcast or something? How can we get it? Because they uploaded just 2 videos and the last one was not uploaded.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
will
know how
upload
can
it.
we get the project so that we can start working on them. Then secondly, if we should do the project, how do we
Yes.
send the project to you?
Yes, everything will be communicated because you are supposed to send in that project. You are supposed to send in that project from on Friday. Because like I said, next week, Monday, we are entering a new this thing entirely. So you want to make sure you finish the Spendy project. The project is what you've been watching all this while now. Is it today you started?
Yes, sir.
You started today?
No, I was in the first class. Then the second
Not,
one, no, the third one, no.
it's not first class. Since the beginning of this training, there have been, if you've been logging into the portal, there's been a video you are supposed to be following. Have you been following that video?
Yes, I think I'm in week 5.
That's Spendy. Have you been working on the Spendy app?
No.
So what have you been doing since the program started?
I think I've done from week
That's what I'm saying.
week
What you've
1,
done,
lesson 1.
which design have you done? Have you done the designs?
Just 2. There's one frame, like the color frame and the typographical style stuff.
That means you might have to just register for stream 2 because you are not following the training. This like today is your day. Today is supposed to be day 20. So if you are still back there, there's no way you complete it by next week. And if you don't finish it, there's no way you actually move into the next section. except you just want to just jump. You won't even pass the final assessment if you are still there. Okay.
I'll cover up.
Anyway, Friday is the last day. People that don't submit their link on Friday, because you are supposed to submit your link for assessment, we'll make sure that you've completed the whole project. People that we don't get their link, I'm not sure they are progressing to the next stage. So you have next week to finalize it. Okay, Prince Will,
Okay,
let's hear
sir.
from you.
I just spoke now.
Okay, Daniel.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, evening.
Yeah, thank you very much. You said link. I don't understand, but you said you will be checking our work like on the Figma website. Which other link are you talking about?
You are going to share the Figma file, the link. You are going to send it to us so that we'll use the link to check the file.
On the WhatsApp, Abi?
Yes. Once the time comes, we are going to give you a link. You go and paste it there. You share it with
Okay.
us. Yes. Okay. Okay, great. So, okay, no other question. So let's proceed. Like I said, you need to be able to understand customers or understand your users for you to make this informed decision. So how do you actually make this informed decision? How do you actually see what your users are seeing so you can empathize with them? To be able to see what your users are seeing and also empathize with them, let me start this presentation again. I want to share another screen. Okay, I'm trying to share another screen. Now, to be able to empathize with your users, let me drop this here. Next week, while you are resting, because we officially consider next week as your holiday week. So if you've not really gone so far on your project, don't be weak, custom. Okay. But try. So everyone, this link is going to be dropped. This particular link is going to be dropped on Sunday. On Sunday, it's just a 3-hour course. It's a 3-hour course, okay, on Hotjar. So you are expected to complete this thing next week. But remember, this is not, it's 3 hours. That means it's something you can run within a day. It's a 3-hour course. Make sure you follow this link, come in here, complete this level 1 certification, Hotjar level 1. When you are done with it, they are going to give you a certificate. So you are also going to be sharing the link to this certificate. So 2 things you'll be submitting by Friday next week. Your Figma link and your Figma link and your, let me turn off this WhatsApp, is distracting. Okay, your Figma link and your Hotjar certificate. These are the 2 things you are going to be sharing by next week, Friday. If we don't get this from you, I'm not sure. I'm not the one making the decision, but it's from the management. So I don't know. But I think people that are unable to complete this, I'm not sure they're able to move to the next section, right? Because you need to be, the way this class is structured, if you miss one, you will not understand the next one. That's just the truth. Okay. So you have to come and complete this 3-hour course here and take the final exam and get your certificate. So you share this with us. Make sure you pass. Now, what exactly is Hotjar? Now, any website you visit, okay, any website you visit, okay, let me not say any website you visit, any serious business-minded website you visit, they track you. They track you to understand how you are using their website. And that is how product designers and UI UX people, they get to empathize with you. For instance, when you land on Terraskills website or Jumia or Instagram, they are tracking you and monitoring everything you are doing. Softwares like this is what makes those things possible. This one particularly is called Hotjar. So with Hotjar, you are able to see what users are doing on your website. It records whatever they are doing. For instance, if you visit this particular website now, I'm able to see the recordings. So if I go to recordings right now, I can see recordings. I can see that, okay, in the past so and so days, so number of people have visited the website. Okay. So you can see that we have recording. These are the recordings in the past 30 days. You can see the relevance. You can see frustration, where users experience frustration, the engagement rates, the dates, the user, the country, the actions they took, the pages they explored, the duration of their visits. You can see the device type they used. Okay, this person used a laptop. This one is a phone, a laptop, desktop, phone, desktop. You can see the browser they used. This person used Chrome, Safari, Chrome. This person used operating system, Android, Chrome. This one is iOS. This one is Linux. Okay, and you have referral URL, landing pages, and exit pages. Now, these are important things you need to know. Okay, so let's assume I'm having, maybe there's a page where I'm expecting people to buy and they are not buying, and I'm not also selling. I might want to come into some of this recording, and then I can filter. I can say filter these recordings by people that have viewed a particular page. Maybe since they are not registering or they are not buying, you know, when you finish purchasing, there is a page that will tell you, thank you for purchasing with us, or something like that. Different people design it separately. Now I can come in here and say, I want to see the people that were on this website but did not land on that page. Okay, you can see contain. I can say does not contain, and I'll now put thank you page. That way, this will now filter all the results of people that visited my website that did not purchase, because everyone who purchased is going to be sent to the thank you page. So it will send it to me, and then I can now start playing the videos. For instance, if I play this video, if I click on play, you see it's going to open this particular page for me, where I can begin to see exactly how this person used the product. I see how they experienced it. You can see the person landed on the website, and the person scrolled. You can see all the action. The person made a U-turn right here. Okay, the person refreshed the page right here. You can see. So any website you go, most of those websites, they have all these details. They record what you do. They record a lot of things, and that is where we begin to make informed decision. By the time we watch this kind of record, okay, you can see this particular one. We have this person. The person did like 13 clicks. Okay, 13 clicks on this particular homepage. You can begin to see how the person was navigating the website. This way, you are able to empathize with them. Okay, and this is a cheaper approach than maybe calling people in to ask them so many questions. By the time you are watching this, you are seeing what they are seeing, and then you are able to say, okay, did they eventually take action? Why didn't they take action? So you can see that this is not rocket science. Okay, now in some cases, you might even want to ask the users questions direct. In some cases, you might want to ask the users questions direct to really understand why they are doing what they're doing. This also has a survey. It has a survey feature. So you can set up survey. So if you go to survey right now, you can see you can set up different types of survey. And yes, it's awesome because it comes with different templates. In case you want to get feedback on how people are using your product, you can easily set up a feedback button. In case you want to conduct a net promoter score to measure your long-term loyalty, maybe all those kind of feedback, where you ask your people, how likely are they to recommend your business to their friends and family? That is called an NPS survey, a net promoter score survey. Are you getting this? So you are able to run all these things directly on this app. So this is where you use to gather data and information that can help improve your um, your user experience. So when we keep saying user experience, you really can't measure user experience without users. So to measure user experience, you really need users. Are you getting it? And then here you can even conduct interview. Let's assume someone sending a response or a feedback, and you really want to empathize further to actually understand their problem, so you can solve that problem. You can even use this to book an interview with them, and if they accept your interview, you can now ask them what questions. Okay. Prince Ibekwe, is your hand still up? I've been a mistake. Okay. So you can see, you can also see heat maps. So if I open heat maps, I can say, okay, you know what? Let me do a new heat map, a new heat map. All these things, you are going to learn it next week inside that course. I can say I want to view the homepage. Okay, the homepage. And yes, so I can go to continue. Okay, I can go to continue. I've selected the page. It's asking me what do I want to do. I will say I really want to see what people are clicking on. So I select this one. It's going to now generate the heat map for that particular page. Now, heat map will help you know exactly the most engaged part of your website. So that let's assume you have a particular feature you design and people are not using it. To know why people are not using it, you can take a look at the heat map. And the heat map is going to reveal some of these information. Are you getting it? So next week, this is what you're going to be doing. And by the time we come back, we are going to even explain further. So in case you didn't catch some certain things, you end up what understanding them better. I think my network is a little bit slow. Let me take a new screenshot. Let me take a new screenshot. Let me take a new screenshot. Let me zoom. Okay, so I want to go all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Okay, take a screenshot. Good. Okay, I think the network is quite slow. That's why it's not taking the screenshot. Okay. So it's trying to load. So we'll be inviting you so that you can use this. You'll be using this to study, to learn how to create surveys, to learn how to create, generate heat maps, to learn how to create surveys, to learn how to watch recordings, and also pick out insights from them. That's the most important thing. Okay. So this is the main work that you do as a product designer. Yes, you will design, but then the design comes from a user need. It's not just something you say and be like, I just feel like designing today, let's design this. No, it needs to come from a user need. And so as a product designer, you need to understand how to perform some basic research. So it's part of your skill set. If you take a look at a lot of job opportunities for product designers, you will always see things like ability to people that can conduct research. There's always research there. You need to be able to learn how to conduct research. Okay, so it's important. Okay, this is taking so much time. I'll just leave it. But you will be doing this. So take note of that next week. So it's a 3-hour course. You should be able to complete it within a day. It's not, and it's informational. It's not too technical. Okay, so let's take some questions. Then we'll call it a day. Let's take some questions. If you have a question, please ask. Okay, Daniel, go ahead.
So, that 3 hours, is it at a stretch? Can we not? Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Is it something we do at a stretch, or we could break it down?
You can do at a stretch. You can break it down. You can break it into pieces. You can dismantle it. My own is make sure you finish it before Friday, so you can send in your certificate link and your Figma link. But the entire why I'm saying 3 hours, so that some of you here will not think it is BSc. There is no BSc in Hotjar. So it is not a 6 years course or 4 years. Also, there is no strike in this course. Now, just 3 hours. Some of you in universities, you sat down for 3-hour lectures. Uh-huh. So, any other question?
Can we see your face? Let's even know who has been lecturing us on this one. You can't even place your face.
The now only people who graduate they see my face.
We know you know they now.
Eh? Now only people who graduate now then they see my face.
We know you know do we go graduate.
You
If
go
you want to see,
graduate now. You go graduate.
if you want to see my face, make sure you reach the end of this program or when we are doing our. Oh my God! Finalize your training. You get to see my face.
Okay, okay.
Uh, any other question? Because I. Any other question? Because I want us to head to Figma right now.
And the link to last class. I don't know. The previous two, we got it, not too long after the class. But this one is almost immediately.
Yes, I think I
I'm doing
have.
it because I could not attend.
No, I think
So
I've
I really
informed.
need it because
I have informed Japheth, so Japheth should be able to upload it and share the link. Okay. Any other question? But please, hope you guys are understanding what we are doing now. Hope it's making more sense. Abi is getting more complicated.
Clearer.
Good. Because sometimes
Better.
when you hear people saying, there are some people that sometimes when you hear people saying, if you've ever been in this position where you've been trying to learn UI UX for a long time, you hear people throwing words like user persona, user journey mapping, empathy mapping, this and that, this and that. And it's always difficult for people to even understand what they're saying because sometimes they make it look so complicated, right? Or user flow, task flow. They make these things look so complicated, but it's not. The reason why they look complicated is because you can't do user persona without knowing your user. You can't do empathy mapping without actually having a user base. Empathy mapping is basically a form of communication that you use to present to stakeholders what your users say, what they do, what they think, and what they feel. But here is the thing. If you don't have a user you are actually monitoring, how you want to take know wetin in the feel, in the see, in the do. And what most junior learners end up doing is they try faking these things, they try formulating it on their own. And by the time you read their case study, the persona, the empathy mapping is not aligning with the design. And that is because they don't do research. A lot of places, they'll just tell you that you do research, but you don't even learn how to do the research. Okay, so it is softwares like Hotjar, then plenty. But Hotjar is what we use. It is software like Hotjar that, let's assume you want to know how users feel about your product. What do? You can put up a feedback form for them to answer. You ask them, how do you feel about this feature? They will tell you. By the time you receive all those things, you can now aggregate it and create teams. Then and only then will you now have what to put inside empathy map, because the real users have told you how they feel. And by the time you also watch their recordings, the way they use your product, that's what you call empathizing with them. So it is not rocket science. A lot of people like to paint it to look like it's rocket science. The truth is, it is not. And if you calm down, you find out that this is an enjoyable line of work. You will enjoy your job, right? Because you can sit in the office all day and be doing research and meeting. Meanwhile, everybody no say they try complete your season film. So you don't watch your house. If your boss at the pass, you just launch Hotjar. I'm trying to empathize, sir, to understand and assimilate and put myself in the position of the user. Meanwhile, you take Game of Thrones season 8. But don't do that at work, they will pursue you. Okay, any other question? Okay, so I'll just go ahead and see what you guys have done. those of you, those of you that are fond of coming here, eh? Those of you that are fond of coming here inside Terraskills Bootcamp and creating your team, your project, don't worry. The day I'll delete it. I can see Patience project, Agbo project, Rashid, Nathaniel, and Nathaniel. No, no, no. Carry your project to your Figma team, your own, not Terraskills' own. We are only using this particular one for our group for our group project. So please, for your information, we're only using this for our group projects. Carry your team, go to your site.
Hey, so, sorry,
Yes,
I have a question.
ask the question.
Oh, is regards those the projects that we have been doing. Let me say the assignments, more like the assignment you give to us after every section on Friday. So so far so good. It's just four, right?
Forward. It's just forward. I don't know if the network is from my end or from your end, but I can't hear you. Can you guys still hear me? I don't know. I can't hear. I can't hear the person asking the question. Okay, good. So it's not from my end. Thank God. Okay, so I'm just going to go through this. We were asked to do this design last week. So I'm just going to go through. Let me see people that did their design and people that did not do their design. Oh, interesting. Oh, I say interesting. Now the picture be this. This person don't scam me. The person just dropped the picture. Conqueror, you there here today?
I did, and I made the talk since.
Eh, okay, someone did something. Let me go in and check. Ah, Conqueror to scam me. Okay.
But I'm not done yet. I'm not done.
Okay. You're not done, but we can manage it. Okay, let me change the color of this page so that I can see it. So you can always deselect everything on your page. Then you can now go to page, this color here, and you can choose something dark if you are working on a white screen. That way you can see your design clearly. Okay, this looks nice, except Conqueror. So if you buy land of 100 by 100, you will tell your architect to design you house of 3,000 square meter of stadium size. You have done design. Why you increase this thing to 1,640? Why is the
Sir,
width
I'm not done with
1,640?
it. Oh, this one is the one I copied. Let me say at the extreme. I'm not done. No, this one is the one you pasted. Oh,
No paste design. See design. See design. The
oh,
one I
let me say
pasted
the
is a
one I
picture. It's not
copied.
edited.
Sorry, the one I copied. The one I'm working on is still at the extreme. Like I'm not done with it. Oh,
Extreme, na English word. Where the
yeah, this
extreme?
place, this one, this side, yeah,
This one.
this one with the yeah, yes,
So this one now.
yes.
Okay. Okay. Make I calm
This
down.
is I never
Let
finish
me
am.
know.
I still dey prepare the work.
Okay. Let me calm down. Keep preparing
Mm-hmm.
until the day the Lord Jesus
It go
comes.
by the grace of God, it goes sweet.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, this progress. So if you're able to do things like this, it is progress. So it's small, small. Let me see who else completed it or did something. Me.
Check Rema did. Rema.
Okay. Okay. Now, for those of you people that wants to be product designers, we know the design. Start dusting your ring lights so that at least if you complete this training, you can become a design content creator. Because some of you want to be designer, but you know one design. Which kind of designer be that? Now, when it comes to this field, when it comes to design, okay, let me guys say, when it comes to design, the more you practice your design, the better you become. When it comes to UX and research is the more you read, okay? So please take note of that. I think this is Rema's. Where the Rema design there? I'm just okay. Is it this one? I don't understand. I even gave you people what to use now. I told you people, see, 1440. I even gave you people the grid to use so that the design will be easy. So I don't know why people left this and went to see. I even wrote it here. I say layout guide, frame size, 1440 on the width, 12 column grid, type, stretch, width, auto, margin, 150, gutter, 32. So I don't know what people are doing. Whatever anything you are designing, if it is not on the right size, you're on your own. Or you people were adding this. I just added this frame to hold this content. This frame don't follow the website now. See website that you people are doing here. I added this frame to just hold this content. Did someone raise up
Sir,
their hand?
I have a question, sir.
Ask the question.
So you said you only added the frame to hold the content. So I don't know how to do that. I
To do
mean,
what?
after
See your job. See your job. Design this. Don't add any frame to hold any content. This is only what I want to see. This design.
okay, sir.
And because this design is 18887, does not mean it has to be 1887. This is a screenshot that we took, and my system is very wide. I've told you everything you see on this design. It should be here. Open this remitter on your own laptop and see how it looks. But see the dimensions, the recommendations we said. We said your frame size, use 1440, which is why I did this sample for you guys. Your design should be inside here, inside this red box. All your design, right? But the only thing that can increase, if you want, it won't even increase because it's just this. Your design is supposed to be right inside this red box. Everything you are designing. Then you delete the red box. This is just for guide. Your design is supposed to be inside here. Who else is there? That Prince Will or Destiny? Who is
Sir,
there? Ask a question.
sir, please, I've seen all the practical stuff. So I was saying if I should go through the class within 3 nights and the 2 other videos, how can I get all these assignments to do it before Friday? Like, how will I see it in the videos?
Yes, you see it in the videos. And if are you on the file?
Okay, sir.
You're on the file, right? Yeah, you open the file. But me and you,
Terraskills file, yes.
what is your name?
Prince Will.
Prince.
Prince Will best.
Good. Me and you know
Sir?
now that this way.
Yeah.
Me and you know say this the way you talk now, you no go do am. This way you say you go do am 3 days,
I will.
4 days.
No,
May we better
no, what actually happened? Yes, we can.
iPhone
Yes,
and
sir.
iPhone. Oh my
Yes, I'm
god.
serious. We can.
Okay, I'm gonna watch you.
Yes, sir.
Let's see how it
Thank
goes.
you, sir.
No go faint. Oh. You had one
No, no,
month
no, I
to
won't.
do something. You know do. Now you want to compress it when you are not a compressor into 1 week.
No,
Okay.
I was on the research, that's why. So I'm done with the
Yeah.
research, that's why. Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you a researcher?
Yes, sir.
What is the research?
I research, I do business plan and some other stuff. And apart from
Okay.
that, the other videos I had, I can
Mm,
maybe send you my own UI designs that I've done
mm,
within the
mm,
couple. Like I used some time, but not this. I can share it. I just did the design
mm,
that you said redesigning. I've been
mm,
doing it because I followed how many of the class, and before now I was following on YouTube. I was just watching different all
mm,
these YouTube now downloads, so I was able to
okay.
do a lot of designs on desktop,
Mm,
iPhone 15 Pro, all those things. Yes,
yeah,
I was able to, but just because I had a lot on me this
mm,
month, so that's why I wasn't following the class. But now I'm free. Like today,
okay.
now the 1 to 5 was this morning I did it. So
Mm,
now I have to speed up so that I can meet up with the certificate and everything.
okay,
But I
that's
can
fine.
share you my designs. I don't know
Yeah.
how to do them.
Okay, so why I'm asking is because please, if you are here, just know that as a product designer, you are expected to be a generalist. You are not expected to be a specialist. Now, why am I saying this?
Okay.
No matter the experience you have, make sure you are able to translate that experience, bring it into product design. So you that you say you are a
Okay, sir.
researcher, all right, since you are a researcher, you have to bring in all the techniques and knowledge you have from your researching background into researching when it
Okay.
comes to just like these tools I showed you right now. By the time you watch some of those videos, you should be able to make informed decisions. You should be able to pick out insights. Okay. No
Okay,
matter
sir.
what
Yes,
you've
sir.
been doing, no matter what you've been doing, you can always bring in that experience. For instance, now let's say you work in a hospital. You work in a hospital. Do you know that if you are trying to become a UI UX designer, you might think your hospital knowledge is a waste. No, it's not a waste. Because if they give two of us now a design, or they ask the two of us to create a design for doctors to use for appointments, you find out that you are likely to do lesser research compared to me, wey nothing concern me concern doctor or hospital, wey no know anything. In fact, the only time I go to hospital na when I sick. Are you getting it? But you now, with your knowledge in how hospital operations are done, you can actually bring it into that design and bring the design to life. So just know that there is no knowledge that is a waste when it comes to product design or UI UX design. You can all transfer it down to UI UX design. So take note of that, okay? Who else? Some people raise their hands. Um, Destiny, go ahead. After Destiny, Godwin. Then please, I'm not going to give you guys extra exercise. Come into this file and complete the project. Sorry, complete the project. Okay,
Okay, sir, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so about the assignment, one of the I had misconception pertaining the dimensions of the frame itself. First of all, it was you, although you later explained that that frame outside it was just you picking the original image, putting it inside there. So I was having misconception. I was thinking maybe it's after the design, then I'm going to use horizontal and vertical paddings to compress it in. So that was one. So that's why I did my, and also I was thinking that our design has to fit what is on your frame there or what's in the image there. So because I tried using 1440 for the design, and then I discovered my elements and components and everything were just compressed together. They were closer than the original image you placed there. So it was that misconception that led me to using like a longer frame. So I know I was wrong about that because an instruction was given, so I was supposed to follow it. So that one I really had a misconception there. So and also, sir,
Wait before you keep having misconception. So if you are engineer and I send you picture of house where I want on WhatsApp, by the time I pay, you go and build you go and build small tiny ant house for me, and you tell me, as you send them for WhatsApp, I measure, I just pim. Continue with your question too. Keep having misconceptions.
alright, sorry sir about that. So then the second one is for the CSS paper that you recommended for checking the align the how would I put it now, the spacing and the
Yes.
spacing for the elements. So I discovered that some of the when I wanted to import some of the assets they use, some of the assets were having decimal in their dimensions and then other stuff like that. So I was thinking, how do I go about it? Or is it for me to just use it that way? So because I've actually
For
been
all
told
your
that,
icons, like I told you guys, for the icons, once you import them in, no matter the size, draw a frame of 24 by 24 and fit them inside that frame. Chicken. Because you want to make sure that the icons, they are all 24 by 24.
all right, sir. So then finally the image you also inserted there, the image you kept there for us to use. So I was confused on how to actually bring it to my designs because what I actually did, I don't know whether it's the correct approach. I actually created the navigation bar. After creating it, I made it a component. So and also created the hero section and made it a component. Then before I joined them together with an auto layout. So after that process, I was actually confused on how to bring that image. Even when I was trying to fit it, it was just scattering the design up and down, scattering the design. So that is one of the questions I said I was going to ask today. And then finally, sir, sorry I said finally, this is the final one. The CSS paper is not giving the how would I put this? It's not giving me exact like for let me say for the component that they use to display their buy data, buy electronics and other stuffs. Whenever I use the CSS paper and use my mouse, the icon, whenever I place my cursor on maybe one element I want to use, sometimes some of the elements are actually correct in terms of dimension. The width will be 45, 45, then the height will be this the same. So but there are some you see 45, 45 for the horizontal for the width, then for the height you see 84 up, 27 down. So I was wondering what's going on.
What is going on is that you are peeping what I did not ask you to peep. That CSS paper, I said you should go and use it and download all the assets and also copy the color. Now, you can't get accurate dimension from a website that has already been developed. Why? Because if you open all those websites on different screens, you are going to get different sizes. Just like I told you, this screenshot I took, it is this long because my system is very wide. My system is about 34 inches. Okay. If I do a quick screenshot, let me show you what I mean. Okay, what I just mean is that it's always different. It's not always the same thing. So I just use that CSS paper, get the colors right, let me do print screen. Get the colors right, get every other thing correct. Don't use it to investigate the sizes of the components. Because at the end of the size of screen you are doing might not be the same. Okay. So let's do Ctrl V. I don't know. I'll check what's happening later. So the CSS paper is just for you to see what's going on. That's basically what you are expected to see. To see what's check the color, pick the assets. Okay, pick the images. Don't use it to measure the size. And then you want to translate that size directly to your own design, it's not going to work, because the laptop, your design, your frame size might not be the same frame size they use. Your grid might not be the same grid they used. Okay.
All right, sir.
Okay.
So, sir, about the image, you've not made a comment there.
This image is a background of the hero section now. You can just drag the image and drop inside the frame you are using for the hero section. Now, I understand what you said. You said you designed the header separate and then the hero section separate and use auto layout. And after using auto layout, you found out that the header was now up. So it's not covering like this, but
Yeah, the image was not fitting.
yes. So in that case, you find out that this is, you can just do, what's it called? Absolute position. When you do absolute position, you can now come and position this way. Or you can just draw another frame. Instead of using auto layout, you can remove auto layout. So you can drop this one right side. Because if you notice, this header here is a transparent header, which means that it does not have a color or a background. So that's how it works. So design your element. After designing your hero section, just carry your header and come and drop on top. Make sure it doesn't have background instead of auto framing it.
All right, sir.
Yeah. Any other question? Okay, Godwin. Godwin, I'm with you.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, evening, Godwin.
So I've missed classes for like 2 times now because I was away for my master's project defense. And when I heard that a lot of assignment has been given and the speech project app, I don't know if it is possible that if that can be added to my file so that I'll use this 1 week, sir, to get it done, sir, if it's possible, sir.
If you can get it done, fine. If you cannot get it done, then you can join stream 2.
No, sir, I want to get it done, sir, because this week I'm kind of like available to do it.
Get it done now.
Yes, I don't, the speed app, I saw the file. So if I just click that also and paste on my Figma, so I can start working on that, right?
It's on the group. The link to download it is on the group.
Okay. For the last assignment that you're talking about, kind of like talking to Destiny, that's the only assignment I've not done. So I don't know whether that one can be added to my file so that maybe I could work on it, sir.
Yeah, join us on this file and you see it there, then you pick it. Once you're watching the live, you'll see where we discussed it.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. Okay, in the absence of question, we'll call it a day. Please and please make sure you complete your Spendy app project and complete this hot jar. It's extremely important. It's extremely important. Okay, it's extremely important because next, as we're entering the next part of this training, we are now going to start learning really how to design a product from ground up. And if you are not already used to all those basics, that part we're entering might just be confusing you, because at that part we're entering now, I'm not coming to tell you, oh yeah, do this, do that. No, we'll just say, I expect you to know how to add a frame. I expect you to know how to add shadows. I expect you to know how to add background blurs and things like that. So it's not going to be like pampering and all these things. Now, this first month we'll use pamper all of them. So please make sure you complete the trainings, okay? So at this point, I'll go ahead and end the call since there are no other questions. So if you have not done this exercise, please come in and do it now so that I can take a look at it later. Okay? Okay. Good night, everyone.